We are often told that we need to find the ideal balance for everything in life. You know, life versus work, discipline versus creativity. Intuitively, we all know that being somewhere in the middle is neither satisfying nor effective. This is for people who want to find a better way to follow convictions without the feeling of compromising all the time. My name is Marcio. I served as a senior leader at Google, where I was formally introduced to the concept of polarity management. In this video, we explore the ability of holding opposite ideas in your head and learning to switch between them at the right time. This is a superpower to develop flexible leadership and navigate complex challenges with great ease and effectiveness at work and in life. So get a cup of coffee and stay with me as we explore the world of polarity management. Welcome to Careerscast, and let's talk about what are polarities. You know how since you're kids, people try to put us in a box, right? They say you're good at math or you are more of a good communicator. Well, I don't want to choose between those two. I want to be good at math and be a good communicator. And when we are leading an organization, when you are managing a team, we are faced with very similar polarities. Should we favor individual needs or should we favor team goals? Should we focus on short-term wins or long-term vision? Should we maintain control or give people flexibility and autonomy? Those are examples of opposing ideas that are always tied together, and there is no right and wrong or better or worse. We need to be able to exercise both sides of the polarity depending on context. So let's talk next about the illusion of balance. Our natural tendency is always to seek balance, a comfortable middle ground. But with polarities, settling in the middle can actually mean losing the benefits of both sides. Imagine you are trying to balancing inhaling and exhaling by holding your breath just in the middle. It doesn't work, right? Breathing requires us to constantly switch between inhaling and exhaling, and that's the only way to breathe successfully. So, the key is that managing polarity isn't about finding a static solution, but about understanding the flow and knowing when to lean onto one side and when to shift towards the other. What are the practical steps to manage polarity? You need to start by identifying the polarity. Recognize the two opposing but interdependent forces at play and find what are the pros and cons of each force. For example, being a free spirit and ignoring constraints is good for creativity and innovation. But being process oriented is important to achieve quality and efficiency. In this scenario, we need to be creative and think outside the box when brainstorming the solution for a tough problem. But once we decide on a specific solution, we might need to become detail and process oriented to implement it efficiently. So, what's my advice to navigating polarities? I'll give you 4 steps. Number 1, always ask end questions. Don't ask, should I prioritize speed or quality? Instead, ask, how can we be fast and maintain quality at the same time? Exercise that way of asking questions. Number 2, take the broader view. When you are doing something and you start thinking we need to be fast, you are thinking too small. Keep in mind what the goal of the project is, and that will make easier for you to identify how to switch the operating mode while you execute the task or make a decision. Number 3, listen to both perspectives. When facing a challenge, don't be too fast picking one side of the argument. Actively listen and seek to understand the value in each. And finally, number 4, practice self-awareness. As individuals, we are naturally inclined to one or the other side of the polarity. So when managing polarity as a leader of a group, you need to check on your natural biases and force yourself to practice the opposite polarity occasionally. So, in conclusion, remember the next time you feel stuck trying to perfectly balance competing demands, consider if you are actually dealing with a polarity. Embrace the and mindset, learn to see the value on both sides, and you unlock a new level of flexible leadership that will help you and your team thrive in today's complex world. If you like the concept of polarity management, I recommend you to watch this video about framework thinking, another important tool for the flexible leader. See you in the next episode of Careers Cast.